Our first transaction is euro and dollar, and we analyzed the next news, and we are the next. Uh, so the first news is most U.S. stock rose, taking the S&P 500 index to a fresh recording among the election ahead of the holiday week. Treasuries advanced and the dollar erased losses for the weekend as investors await details on Trump administration tax and spending plans. Bloomberg dollar index erased a 0.2% drop to advance 0.2%. Sterling fell 0.5%, heading for the weakest closing level in a month after data show retail sales unexpectedly fell for a third month in January. The euro slipped 0.6% to a $1.0608. In World Stock Exchange lower, Wall Street at record stocks on major world markets slipped on Friday in the wake of back-to-back sessions of record highs as investors await clarity on U.S. President Donald Trump's tax and trade policies. European stocks finished slightly higher as a surge in Unilever shares offset a decline in banking and mining stocks. So in euro, rich president candidate Marine Le Pen announced investors with her pledge to pull France out of euro and redominate all French debt in newly minted France. Polls suggest Le Pen won't get a chance. She is expected to lose a second round runoff. Even if polls are correct this time, that doesn't mean the euro is safe. In fact, political support for the single currency has been waning, especially in Germany's two largest Eurozone trading partners. So the only Germans love the euro these days because in France, the French have scurried to the outside of UA and the outside of the eurozone. So the euro is go down. So because the election in France affected this. So according to the information presented above, the transaction was alone because, as evidenced in the graph, the euro tends to decline and the dollar remains too strong. So for this, we realized a short.
Good morning. The second transaction was dollar about yen. The transaction performance was a short on February 14. The dollar was down for the following events. The first notice is Yellen economy optimism books stocks bonds slab markets brap. Treasuries fair. USA stock added to the records and the dollar rose after Janet Yellen said gains in consumer spending, household income, and American wealth are sustaining economic growth that may warrant higher interest rates. And the second notice is Goldman stock hits record on bets Trump will unleash Wall Street. Goldman Sachs Group climbed to the record high on the optimist President Donald Trump administration will spur training and deal-making, slash corporate taxes and roll back costly regulation after installing the first executives into government. The next transaction is dollar respect sterling pound. The dollar up and the sterling pound lowered by the recession of the industry. The news are Trump meets with retail CEOs to toll taxes imports. The retail spot will thrown about an overhaul of the corporate tax law and infrastructure improvements, while companies like Best Buy and Target support changes to the tax code. The urgent throne to oppose a proposal for a new border tax on important goods. The second news, banks leave stock to the record in USA yields up after data. A gauge of major world markets climbed to a record on Wednesday, and USA Treasury yields rose as a strengthening economic outlook and recent commentary by Federal Reserve officials increased expectations of interest rate hike in March.
The next transaction was pointed about yen. So this is the news that we analyzed. First, Asian equities rose, led by gains in Hong Kong as investors look to Asia's best performing developed market this year and main earnings optimism and signs of an improving economy. The next news is about Tokyo, February 17. Japan's Nikkei shares average drop on Friday morning with the market where of a stronger yen and finances weakened as U.S. bond yield fell after comments by a senior U.S. Federal Reserve official were viewed as a reliably dovish. And the last news is about in UK city and the UK Supreme Court is searching for 3 new judges, including a new president as a quarter of the 12 justices step down, with the process likely to attract increased attention following the recent Brexit decision. And so we can see the graphic and the chart are made as evidence by the strength of the yen and the weakening of the pound with the events mentioned above.